This is Gig'em247.com here at Humble, Texas. Taylor Hams, this is Cameron Echols Luper. Cameron, you're here for the Junior Olympic Trials, running the 200 meters and the long jump. How'd you fare today, man?
I finished 6th in the nation for long, so that's a pretty big accomplishment to be in the top 10 in the nation. So I jumped. It wasn't one of my best, but then again, it's a blessing to be 6th in the nation.
Remind us what you ran in the 200s today.
I went 21.4.
Now, what's your personal best?
21.17.
Did you accomplish everything that you wanted to accomplish here? Did you feel like you underachieved, or do you feel like you got the max out?
Well, in long, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to, but hey, it's a blessing being 6th in the nation and getting staying on the podium, and also being able to qualify for Junior Olympics. The 200 is still a blessing as well. I got 2 more rounds to go, so I'm gonna go out and do what I gotta do.
Now, obviously, a lot of colleges are taking notice of your speed and athleticism. Let's talk about some recruiting. Obviously, you're fresh off a visit to TCU and Texas A&M. Kind of just recap those visits for us.
Well, my first visit when I came down was to A&M, and as soon as I got there, I felt the feeling. The campus is beautiful, the coach is outstanding, the track program is unbelievable. So is football. It's just we'll see on August 21st when I make that decision what it is. Before right after that, a couple of days later, I went to TCU. It's my second visit there. It was outstanding again. I got to hang out with the coaches again, and also I got to sit down with Coach Patterson. And one thing that that blew my mind was the first 30 minutes of our talk, nothing was about football. It was about my life after football and what would make me a man through this process.
Now, you've got one other school in the mix in Auburn, obviously a school near and dear to your heart because of your stepdad. Now talk about where things stand with the Tigers.
Well, they sitting right then and there because my stepdad, he coaches over there. I've been there for the last 3.5 years. So being there at home, Auburn in my backyard, it's a blessing as well. I can go over there and work with the players anytime I want to. I can ask my stepdad any type of question I want to. But at the end of the day, it's what's best for me.
Now, even if you follow some of your tweets, we noticed that you're like excited to be back into Texas, where you're from. Is that coming to play a little bit just with TCU and Texas A&M, just because your comfort level here in the state of Texas?
Well, it is because I've been away for so long. Coming back, I get that feeling of I'm back at home. I'm back around my dad, my grandparents, all my family, my uncles, everybody. Coming back, it's just like it feels normal. So.
Aside from the heat.
Yeah, I can deal with the heat. I can deal with it, but heat ain't that bad. You just got to get used to it. So.
Well, speaking of heat, the heat in your recruitment is probably going to start picking up here as the season progresses, as track gets done. What's your your timeline? When do you want to get things done?
Well, I made a decision that I'm gonna make my college choice on August 21st.
What's significant about August 21st?
Well, it's not right before the season, but and also it's on my little brother's birthday, so I thought I'd let him make that decision for me.
Now you don't have to tell us, but do you have the school in mind of where you're going to go?
Yeah, I do. Y'all find out on that date.
Okay. And now, what do you think were the most, when you sat down and obviously you talked about it with your family recently, what were some of the things that you guys discussed as the most important factors of you choosing where you wanted to go?
Well, early playing time, because I've never been that type just to sit on the bench and just watch. It doesn't matter if I'm on special teams or whatever, but, early playing time, coaches that are like father figures, all of them. Because, if Texas A&M and TCU is going to be one of the schools, I got to have a father figure there because being so far away from home. But, playing time, academics, of course, because I want to, my major is going to be, something I got to deal with. And then, early playing time, coaches, atmosphere, campus, just how that community, I vibe with the community, just.
Let's talk about just the father figures and even the coaches that you've met in TCU and Texas A&M. What coaches in specific do you feel like could be those mentors for you?
Well, at TCU it'd be Coach Howard and Coach Jennings. They're two unbelievable guys. They're both laid back, down to earth. I can talk to them about anything. And then at A&M it's Coach Beatty. He's a great guy. He's like, when I went down there, I just felt that vibe with him that I could talk to him about anything. I just felt the vibe that was outstanding with all the coaches there.
Now I know your stepdad has a good relationship with Coach Beatty, so I'm sure that comes into play a little bit.
Yeah, it does a little bit, but it's still at the end of the day, I got to make that right decision. What's going to be best for me for the next 3.5 to 4 years.
Now, some offenses that cater to your style of play, TCU and Texas A&M, and even Auburn, some good offenses that fit your style of play. Which ones in specific do you feel like best fit your game?
Well, You know, coming from Houston, Texas A&M, they had that potent offense that's going to throw for more than 400 yards a game. You know, but TCU's not that far away either. And, the last couple of years, Auburn's been right there with the offense as well. They just changed up to the pro style now, but all three of the offenses, they all fit me the equal amount. It just depends at the end of the day which one's going to go down.